simulation of the VI characteristics of a SER using only DC sources by on the OrCAD PSpice 9.1 free version. In many of the other videos, you will find that in other videos they use actually AC sources, which is not a correct in the responses of the VI characteristic of SER. But here, unlike the other videos, you will find a unique thing that I am going to use only DC sources for the characteristic plot of the VI characteristics of a SCR using DC sources only. So you will get a complete explanation that how to measure, how to plot each and everything, how to get breakover voltage, breakdown voltage, holding current, and different gate triggering, forward triggering, and reverse triggering. Also, you can see that how we are getting a very nice plot of a VI characteristics over here. So let's move to the simulation and see that how we can perform it. For that you need to go into your search bar here and you can type design manager. Once you install it, I have already explained in the other videos that how to install the PSpice 9.1 version and how to actually work on this. So you can click on the PSpice design manager, then you will find this kind of a window, and you will be directed to this kind of a window. Here you one workspace is already open, so I'll explain you that how to create the workspace. By using this option you can create a new workspace, and you can open the already saved workspace. So I'm going to make a new schematic. For that I'm going to use this run schematic option. Click on this and you will be directed to this particular schematic window. Okay, now how to add the different components? For that you need to go to this particular option of get new part. Just click on it here. So for that you require a SCR. So here in this library of the PSpice 9.1 version we have 2N1595, 2N1595 SCR with us. So we select it and place. It will come with our cursor. We can rotate it for our ease by Control R, and we can actually place it on the schematic wherever we want to place, and then press escape button to remove from the cursor. Then further we require the DC sources, so we can type VDC. So here VDC is there, place. So we require two VDC sources, one for the anode to cathode voltage, one for the gate to cathode voltage. Okay, so we actually require two DC sources. The name is V1 and V2 is by default given by the PSpice. Your device name is X1 while its model number is 2N1595. It is not going to change, but you can change the name anytime if you want to do. You can make it. Now you require the resistances. So just type R over here, small r take place, and you can take a load resistance which is going to work in the series with the anode to cathode connection of the SCR, and one resistance to control the gate current. So these two resistance R1 and R2 will be there. Its default value is 1 kilo ohm. 1k means 1 kilo ohm. You can anytime change its value as per your desire, but and you can also change its name as per your desire. Okay, now you required one more important thing is that you required a reference node. So reference node for in the PSpice you have to take a ground G and D. So ground earth you have to take G and D earth, place, and you can place a ground earth, okay, carefully on your schematic. Now to draw the wires you can close it. Now we have the good enough components, and you can zoom it also your window. Let me set the window so that you can observe clearly. Now you can take this draw wire option. The pencil will come and you can draw by clicking on the component terminals, and you can connect your circuit diagram by very easy way. Okay, you can connect with this ground. Now the negative terminal of your battery with the ground, negative terminal of the battery with the ground, all these three are common. The gate voltage going to be connect with the gate current controlling resistance, and with this gate terminal of the SCR. Okay, so these are the uh, connection pattern of your circuit. Very simple. So here unlike the other videos I am using a DC sources only, and you can vary the DC sources value and you can get a very good characteristics as I shown in the slide. So now for that I actually refer one circuit from the data sheet of the 2N1595, from where I refer the value. So the load resistance value has to be 100 ohm only. So just give 100 ohm, double click on this, you can change the value. The gate resistance has to be 1 kilo ohm. Now the what is should be the anode to cathode voltage. For the breakover voltage without gate triggering, like forward voltage triggering you required, I have already explained all this theory part in the other video. You can refer that one. So you can double click on this. You can actually apply the 60 volt, because beyond the 50 volt there will be a breakover voltage will occur as per the data sheet of 2N1595. I have shown in the theory part of this particular 2N1595 VI characteristics of SCR, and let the gate voltage is 0 only. Now to measure the things, you can also take the marker voltage from the marker menu, marker voltage differential. That means you can place the positive and negative terminal of marker over here. Then you can take the current differential marker either from the marker value, or it is also directly available over here, and you have to place the current marker always at the component terminal. Okay, so we have to place the current marker like this only. So let me zoom it further so that you can also observe easily that what is my circuit or whatever with the circuit we taken. Okay, now for this you have to actually save your schematic first of all. Before that, if you want to apply the anode to cathode voltage 0 to 60, if you do not do the settings, it will instantly applied across the SCR, which is not a good thing. So you want to vary this voltage V1 from 0 to 60 volt gradually. So for that you need to go into the setup analysis. To the setup analysis, click on the DC sweep option and click on the DC sweep over here. Take the V1 source you want to change, so you give the name V1 because voltage source is selected over here. So give the voltage source V1. The sweep type you require the linear. Other types is also available, octave, decade and value list, but we require the linear variation from 0 volt to 60 volt we want. Okay, and in what increment, let's say 0.1 volt, by 0 0.1 0.2 it will go up to the 60 value. Okay, and there is a nested sweep option is also there. I'll come to that point in the different aspect. Just wait for that. Okay, close. Now the gate voltage is 0. Now my voltage is will vary from 0 to 60 volt, and we have to see that what is the breakover voltage in this condition. It is known as a forward voltage triggering. For that you need to save your schematic first of all. Go to save as, save as per the whatever be the schematic you have given previously. So let's say schematic 2 VI characteristic of SCR. You can save as per your desired name and your desired workspace. You can create it. Now if you simulate it, okay, so another window will be open over here. You can see the one side on the left hand bottom side, you will find simulation is completed, report is there, start value 0 to 60 in value. So now go to the view menu, simulation result. Okay, here you can go back to the schematic, and either you can double click on this current marker, because you have to plot the anode current with respect to the anode to cathode voltage of SCR. You can see that one current is already come. You can change its property, make it little bit bold so that you can observe clearly, but you can see that the x-axis voltage is not a anode to cathode voltage of SCR. So double click on it. Here you find the option of in the x-axis tab you will find axis variable. Just click on this, scroll down, you will find your device is x1 anode voltage, and minus you can take cathode voltage and take OK and OK. So you can see that now your x-axis will become anode to cathode voltage across the SCR, and you can see that 0 to more than 50 volts it is going to we remain in the turn off stage, and as the this point will occur, the breakover voltage will occur, the SCR will turn on because avalanche breakdown will occur, and forward voltage triggering will occur, and it will the current will immediately change from the leakage value to high value. Now how to measure all these things? If you want to see the leakage current, you can double click on the y axis, use the user defined value, and you can actually in change the scale to understand that right now it is 600 milliampere, I am taking 1 milliampere, so that you can see that how much leakage current is there. So you can see that there is a near about 0.1 milliampere leakage current is there around the breakover voltage. You can also take the toggle cursor option. You can drag it by clicking on the screen on this point very accurately, and you can find that A1 is 50.889 value is the breakover voltage, and at that time the leakage current is 111.111 microampere. U means micro. Okay, so this is the way you can measure the breakover voltage and the leakage current at that time. And again you can rescale it here up to the 600 milliampere, and you can place the toggle cursor again over here. Just you need to do the little bit practice on this, and if you place the toggle cursor here, you again find 811.180 millivolt voltage is there, because here the voltage is very small and the corresponding current is 520.893 milliampere, which is very large as compared to the leakage current. That means it is the turn on stage. And how to plot it on the manually on the graph paper? For that you actually require the anode axis, anode current axis, and anode to cathode voltage axis of SCR, make it scaling properly as per the requirement. And you can actually drag this toggle cursor, you can take different points values, like here whatever be the squares is made, you can take these values, and you can take all these values, you can note down 3 4 points over here, and you can then make those points with the firm lines, and that will give you the manual handmade graph on the graph paper also. So in this way you can measure the things by using the toggle cursor option. Okay, and you can actually vary the note down the different readings, 3 4 readings, and you can make if you note down these points, then we can make the form line, and we can make the manual graph also. Now let's come to the second case of this one. Let's say I want to plot the reverse characteristics or reverse triggering of a SCR. So for that I need to take the minus 60 volt over here, because the voltage is going to change from 0 to minus 60 volt value. As per the data sheet of the SCR, reverse voltage rating is also more than minus 50 volt. You can go to the DC sweep again. Now take 0 to minus 60, make it minus 60, and the increment will also be become minus. Okay, just you need to do okay without giving the gate voltage. So it is a case 2. I have already explained in the theory part of its video. You can refer that one. Now simulate it. If I'm not making any okay, yeah, we have done all that setting. We can save it. Okay, now simulate. Now again you can see that simulation complete. View simulation result. You can also add trace option over here. You can add the trace of the current of R1, that is anode current. From here you can click on it here, it will appear over here in the trace expression, then make OK. You can see that there is a expression, there is a response has come. You can make it more, you can change its color, you can change its pattern, you can change its width. I'm taking little bit width value is changed, so that you can observe. Now x-axis option, y-axis, I'm going to change little bit, like from 1 milliampere. Okay, so you can see that, or also you can change it like 5 milliampere also, you can take it. So see here the values are changing, the voltage is changing from 0 to minus 5, minus 10, up to the minus 60. And at this point of the negative voltage, the breakdown will occur and the current will drastically increase from the leakage value. Again you can rescale it, and you can see that what is my leakage current over here. If I'll take it from this to, let's say, I'm going to take it minus 1 milliampere. You can see that there is a current, okay, which is a leakage current. You can again change it zero point 0.5 milliampere. Now you can see that at this point, this is the break down point. You can again take the toggle cursor, you can place it over here, and you can see then minus 55.600 is your breakdown voltage, and corresponding leakage current is minus 124.206 microampere. Okay, further you can have the different points, and you can refer those things for the plot of the manual graph of the SCR also, or you can take the screenshot of it, and you can place the different things, 60 ampere is there. Here you can take uh, 5 milliampere. Okay, so you can make it like this one. Okay, so this is the reverse triggering of the SCR. Now you can note down the points and you can plot it manually. Now the third case is with the gate triggering. So you make it again positive 60 volt. Now give as per the data sheet, you can apply up to the 10 volts over here for 2N1595. So let's say I am taking 5 volt only. Go to the data DC sweep option, but you have to understand one thing here. You have to vary V1 also and V2 also. So what I am going to change, I have to give the nested sweep option. So V1 is our anode to cathode voltage, V2 is our gate voltage. So I am taking DC sweep. Now here I have to just make the corrections. Let's say I am going to take not the breakover voltage, I am going to take 40 volts only. I'll make the correction in the schematic also. uh, Now nested sweep option, click on here, select the voltage source type, so give the voltage name V2, select that sweep type, it is 0 to 0 volt to 5 volt with the increment of a 0.05 volt. And you have to always click on this enable nested sweep option, take it, otherwise it will not be applied to the loop. Okay, so now close. Here I have taken the 40 volts value, so you can change it, because here I don't want to go up to the breakover voltage. I want to see that without applying the breakover voltage whether it will be turned on with the gate application or not. So you can simulate it again, you can save it. Okay, you can simulate it. Okay, now it is taking the calculations, so many loops have done, and then after that simulation is completed. For every change in the value of the anode to cathode voltage, the gate voltage will also be vary. So you take view. what you can do, you can take this at to corresponding to plot this corresponding to this particular voltage. If you want the gate current, you can actually take the this another plot from the plot add plot window, and you can take the trace from the add trace IR2, which is nothing but your like a gate current. So you can get these many values, and then you double click on it, and you can change the scale 1.8 milliampere to, let's say, 2, like let's say 2.5 milliampere. Okay, now again you can right click, just hold on, right click, and you can make it, or you can again do the cursor, and you just corresponding to this turn on voltage, you can again like place the cursor over here for this characteristics. Okay, you can place the cursor for this characteristics. So you can take the note down the current value of the gate corresponding to this turn on value, this turn on value, this turn on value. You can note it down, like here for this turn on value you can see that the voltage is 2.2583, but the corresponding gate current is 2.0399 milliampere. Okay, so it is a gate current value, it is in milliampere, while if you scroll like make the toggle cursor on this window, you will get the leakage current value in the microampere. So this is the difference. Okay, so you can actually plot the VI characteristics, then you can write its corresponding gate current value also for the these characteristics. To make the smooth plot, you can note it down the toggle cursor over here, and you can actually note down these values. Okay, you can note down these values. Right now it is giving for the uh, let's say, here you have to place the cursor, and you can note down this particular values, and this is nothing but your turn on voltage and the corresponding current. So you can note down 2 3 values over here, you can make the plot manually also. Now another question is that how to get the holding current of the SCR. So for that holding current, you have to apply the forward voltage in the decrement manner. Like if you want to reduce the voltage from 60 to 0 volt. Okay, so for that, let's say you are going to take 60 volt. Okay, and you are going to make the gate current or gate voltage 0. Okay, go to the DC sweep, go to the DC sweep. First of all, make it reverse 60 volt start value to 0 volt, and the increment is minus 0.1. And the nested sweep, you are not going to apply the nested sweep, so uncheck it. Okay, and close file, save. Now run it. Okay, again the simulation is complete. Go to the view simulation result, add trace. Now IR1, select and double click over here. Access variable is like here, minus cathode voltage. Okay, so now you can see that now because we are decreasing the voltage, so the characteristics coming like that, the current is decreasing from higher value to lower value. This point is nothing but the holding current. Okay, after which the SCR goes into the turn off action. Let me make it little bit thick for you. The width I am going to change it. Now I'll zoom it, let's say up to the 50 milliampere. See, at this point, this is nothing but the holding current value. If you come here, you can see that the current is decreasing from the higher value. After this value, you can see that 11.88 milliampere, the SCR goes into the turn off state. Okay, so this is the turn on state, and this is shifting the characteristics from turn on to turn off. So this is nothing the value of the holding current without applying the gate current. So in this way you can note down the different values over here on this characteristics. Okay, and you can note down these values, and you can plot the manual graph again. So this is the way you can plot the VI characteristics of SCR for this kind of a circuit. Here we haven't used any kind of a AC source, we very well use the DC sources, and we can vary that one by using the DC sweep option. And you will not find such a kind of a video or such kind of any lesson on the YouTube. This is a unique video, so I'll request to all the users to please like, subscribe, and press bell icon for the this channel, and so that you can get the future notification of the further uploads. And please write your feedback and comments on the video also if you like it. So thank you for this. Signing off, Pawan Gupta. Thank you.